For the very first time, we are seeing the President, William Ruto, getting sleepless nights in trying to harmonize things for his forthcoming Mount Kenya tour. And of course, he must just actually have the sleepless nights because this is a region that we are not expecting the president to just go easily like that. And without any prior preparations and plans, if he just goes empty-handed or without concrete preparations and planning, he will meet the ground very hostile. And so I'm seeing him having the sleepless nights just some few days before he makes his ways to the mountain. And actually, he's going to have a very good time. For a whole week, he's going to be in the mountain. And just some minutes ago, we saw him post to us that he met the mountain governors for all the counties. And so we also saw the CSS from the mountain representing the entire region. So it tells you definitely that the president is leaving nothing unturned, all right? No stone is going to be unturned in as far as his preparations and preparedness to meeting the mountain. If you look at those who attended the meeting, of course, the governors right now must just move with him. You remember what we used to see Uhuru Kenyatta doing? None of the governors was absent in the preparations for Azimio to appear as taking the mountain for Raila Odinga, what they used to term as Raila Odinga climbing the mountain. I did not see Nyeri governor, all right, Mutai. Was Mutai present? No, he was not, okay? But to look at all the other governors, they were really present. And the CSS from the Gema community, including Kava Kavogo, they were present. And also you saw Mutai Kagwe, they were present. You see all these leaders from the Gema, they were present. So for me, I look at this politically and I see it as a moment that the president is looking forward to harnessing every opportunity that can come out of this crisis. And if you look at the standing of the Gema community right now, last week, Rigathi Gachagua said that Ruto is free to come, all right? Because we want to believe that majority of the voices from the mountain now resonate with Rigathi Gachagua. So if Rigathi was to show us clear sign that please, akikuja, tumfukuze, things will be hostile right now. And it will be very proper for the president actually to abandon the tour. Just like what Rigathi said in Meru, that akiguza tu Martha Koome tu hivi, asiwahi kuja in Meru tena and the entire Gema East Wing. And you are now seeing the conversation about the government maybe trying to undermine Martha Koome, maybe fighting her in a very indirect way, wanting to oust her. The conversation has really died, and actually it is going to die. So you look at the way William Ruto is ensuring that he undertakes every preparedness going forward for this tour. He is harnessing every opportunity that should come from this crisis.
I met with my sister, Cess, the governor of Embu, who is also my sister and somebody I love and somebody we've walked a long journey together, politically. Kawambia sasa wacha ni kuongeleshe my sister, not as the deputy president of Kenya. Wacha ni kuongelesha kama ndugu yako and your age mate. And you will do nothing about what I'm going to tell you. Amulisa Governor, how is it possible? You're the national chairman of UDA. You are a UDA governor and the national chairman of the ruling party. Your party leader, the president, comes to your hometown and is heckled. What reason do we have to have you on board as a... Yeah? How is that possible? It's not possible. Yeah. Vijana wanapigia rais hapo kelele. Ati rais amesema kitu ambayo labda hawapendi.
Now, there are two things that are going to gauge the success of William Ruto's mountain visitation. Number one, the kind of promises that he's going to go with. I think this is the time that if the president has had his eyes being opened, for the Gema community, let him not go and continue promising. If you look at the video that we posted of, Gadoni wa Mushomba, trying to explain to us how she went really distance from Ruto and she parted ways with him, she was saying that ever since William Ruto went to Mount Kenya area or region, like a constituency, The promises were doubled and tripled, but there is nothing to be seen up to now. If you look at all other regions, look at what Ndini Nyoro did the other time. He ensured that I'm not going to waste my time making the president to be invited for this, and of course coming for him will just be promises, and leveraging on something that even an MP is supposed to do. So if William Ruto is opened in the eye, I think he needs not to go with excess promises to the mountaineers. These people would actually want to see something that they can hold their hands on. They can actually put their hands on.
Because once the president says we are going to deliver in 2 months, I believed he has the mechanism of removing them from the port where they are stuck down to Githunguri.
Especially if the budget has been allocated.
He stood in Githunguri twice. Githunguri town, we have a very serious mess of the stalled Kwamaiko, Magomano, Githunguri Uplands Road. It is popularly known as Roiro Uplands Road. That road, by the way, has stalled for 9 years. The Chinese contractor, whenever the president is coming to my constituency, 2 weeks before he comes, they bring back their equipment, machinery. And they roar. Then when the president goes, the same day the president departs, the contractor leaves.
They follow him.
If in a moment they will see, for example, what Rigathi Gachagua has been recently preaching, that the roads that were stalled, the projects that were stalled during Uhuru Kenyatta's tenure, waiting for the transition to be accomplished, if William Ruto will be very frank with them and tell them, this and this project was started by this regime, and I'm here to accomplish it, and we are moving on a very, very agreeable terms, and you can see it physically, and you can actually ascertain that this is something that is going to be accomplished within a given time frame, let him go that direction. But let him not go to what Gadoni was trying to say, that before he comes, like what he has organized with these governors, I know in these few days remaining before he lands, we will see more of the activities happening around our counties, all right, in the mountain. And you will try to see these governors trying to move to the very interiors, trying to look at what is it that needs to be done to raise the expectation of the people, so that when the president comes, he makes assurance, at least people can actually buy into it. So we are expecting that the moment William Ruto is going to bring in something very concrete enough for them, that can be a good thing. But let him not come with promises over promises. These people now want something that they can tangibly hold on to and say, all right, we will think about your reputation the next time you come again. All right. So William Ruto must be very, very careful. Now, the other thing that William Ruto must ensure that he tackles properly well is the story about Rigiji. And this one, he must be extra careful. You know, William Ruto should not go and allow his men around him to brag about the fact that Rigiji was sent home, okay? Maybe trying to send a point that this man was the thorn in the flesh of William Ruto. If they go with that narrative that Rigiji was the thorn in the flesh of William Ruto, they are going to miss it big time. And to the very extreme, I think the discussion around Rigathi Gachagua should be ignored at all time. The best would be not to talk about Rigiji. I think even Rigiji, when we listen to the recaps and the flow of events, where they will not be talking about him, he will be surprised. So if William Ruto can strike a balance not to talk about Rigathi Gachagua, it will be the best. And even the men around him, if they can actually fail to talk about Rigiji, it will be a gain for William Ruto, and that will be a success, all right? The likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, you know, we are waiting to see how they are going to accompany the president. And perhaps you might see that Kimani Ichung'wah is not in the tour, all right? The president can deliberately try to distance him or tell him, man, just keep your cool and let me handle this. But probability is that they will be all accompanying the president. So let them not concentrate on what Rigathi Gachagua did not do well, what Rigathi Gachagua did that angered the president. Let them not appear as if they are unearthing issues. They are, you know, removing the scar again and the wound is made to be fresh. Let them run away from that. In fact, William Ruto should only go and concentrate with the development and the development alone. Any other thing, let him not raise tension at all. If he is going to talk of what he's doing as the president, like issues of SHA, the shift, everything, okay, and also affordable housing, Those are very sensitive areas that he must make sure that he doesn't mention them like he mentioned them in Embu the other time. You remember when he was booed in front of the President Emeritus, Uhuru Kenyatta? He must actually strike a balance to ensure that moderation is at the very best. Such that very sensitive areas, let him better not to mention them, but just brush in a very light way that will not get into the hearts of the people and actually raise the emotions. So those two areas, if he can organize them well with the governors, then definitely the success for this tour is going to be seen, and we might end up hearing that he was not booed even in the very doorsteps of Rigathi Gachagua at Wamunyoro. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? So I'll see you next. Have a great time.